Hello, everyone, and welcome to the table. So, do you recognize this knife we have in front of us today? So, of course, this right here is the Kershaw Iridium. So, really awesome coloration of this knife. And the reason why I'm bringing this one up, well, a couple of reasons. Number one, it's available right now for a very affordable price. So, you can pick up this red coloration of the Kershaw Iridium for about 48 bucks on Amazon, which is kind of a very good price, honestly, for what we have here today. So this knife, in my opinion, was the 2023 Knife of the Year. So that's when this model was first released, and now we're getting this really cool exclusive coloration available to us for a really good price. So in my opinion, it's a keeper. So this model right here, the Iridium Red, this is the 2038 RD. And this one, as far as I can tell, is going to be an exclusive to Amazon.com, which is kind of an oddity, of course, because Amazon is Amazon. It's not Blade HQ. It's not Knife Center. It's a big major retailer, and they are the only ones that are currently carrying this one in stock. And not only for that, for having it in stock, but they have it for this really affordable price as well. So this is your way to get into the Iridium ecosystem, so to speak, if you don't have one already. Or even if you do have one, you can, pick up a second one. You could pick up a third one. So you sense a theme here. But either way, let's go ahead and check this particular variant out because, again, it kind of stands out with this coloration and how unique it is because we do have the same drop point blade that we have on the standard Iridium model. And so we can see it does have this really cool coloration to it. It is stonewashed, and this is a light gray stonewash. So if you ever have had a Kershaw blackwash blade, it is not quite that dark. And in fact, let me show you a comparison here. So this right here, this Kershaw Leak is a blackwashed blade. So let me hold them side by side, and you can see the comparison in the coloration there. May not come across great on camera, but of course the blackwash finish is a lot darker. It's a lot scratchier, and it's just, again, a different look than what they were going for with this Iridium here. So if you're not a fan of the blackwash, this one may not be quite as heinous, in my opinion, because I know a lot of people just aren't into the really nice, blacked out look that we get here. And this one is looking a lot lighter to me in person. But with that stonewash finish, you're still getting a lot of that resistance against the scratches and all the wear and tear that tends to build up on these kind of pocket knives. And so that, in my opinion, is one of the biggest benefits of having a stonewashed blade. But beyond that, given that the price point for this knife is a budget price, for the Iridium, this is still going to be your standard D2 blade steel. So we have the D2 blade steel, of course, made in China, like all the other Iridiums, except for the auto. We do have the little marking right there, because again, this is a in-house Kershaw design. And like I'm saying, this is one of the best Kershaw designs from in-house they've had in quite a while. So definitely a winner. And of course, the big draw for this one is going to be that red coloration. So if red is your thing, these aluminum handles have that red coating on there. Looks really nice, really does pop. And so the theme here with this particular variant of the knife, red and gray. So we have the gray stonewash. We have the gray backspacer right here with the nice big lanyard hole. Pocket clip is your standard pocket clip. It's like a stonewash, so it's not particularly gray for this one, but this is your standard Kershaw deep carry. You can see it's reversible for left or right-hand side carry. We have the thumb stud action, which of course is very great, right out of the box even, really. And we are using that Duralock technology, they call it. So this is a crossbar lock, Duralock, axis lock, whatever you want to call it. It's that same really functional, very easy to actuate system. And the blade itself is going to run on those bearings, so we can see it swings quite freely. Very fun to fidget and to play with this knife. So again, if you don't have an Iridium, I hope I've already convinced you, right? Although honestly, I don't get anything from it, but I think it's a really cool knife, a really good, very popular design. This is probably one of Kershaw's most populars out there because it's just been around for a while, and we've seen a lot of colorations, a lot of variants of it. So that being said, it's a really, really good pickup for the $48 price point. Even with D2, I think that's really reasonable in my opinion. The stock standard Iridium right here, these ones have that satin blade. Nothing wrong with a nice satin finish. Only thing is it's going to pick up marks like crazy, you know, your thumbprints, whatever. They're going to show up. Scratches are going to show up. So it looks really great. It's a beautiful, nicely done satin, but the stone wash will wear better over time, in my opinion. And of course, stock gray. The stock knife also has the bronze backspacer. So it's really about what color you prefer. So we can see those side by side right there. You know, so gray versus bronze. You know, and the gray might actually look good on this one here because that way it would all match. So that's kind of cool if you want to, you know, go play Barbie with your knives, which is highly recommended, of course. You know, take things apart. That's always fun. But again, very popular model. I don't even know why I took this one out. This one's just very, very colorful. We have our donut desert warrior or dessert warrior themed iridium right here. And so you know what? The only knife I'm missing, I don't have a mini iridium. So I'm still looking to pick one of those up. So if any of you know of any deals about mini iridiums, please shoot them my way. I would love to get one, especially if it comes in a pretty cool coloration. Would love to pick that up. But like I was saying, this came from Amazon.com. And so Amazon.com is not a knife retailer by any means. And in fact, they don't even ship knives to a lot of localities based on local laws, yada, yada, yada. But they are known from time to time to make orders like this, something unique, something at a price point. And companies like Kershaw listen because, of course, when it's a big Walmart and Amazon, they have that purchasing power. They can get out there. They can demand, I want this many knives for this price. What do you have for me? And in this case, Kershaw has a red iridium that you're not going to find anywhere else. And so does that mean that this is never going to appear at another retailer? Unknown. I don't work for Kershaw. I don't work for Amazon. This is all just speculation on my part. So the last time they did this, to my knowledge, was probably 15 plus years ago.
Dramatization may not have happened.
They basically approached Kershaw and they said, hey, I want to sell the Kershaw Blur and it's going to be for this much money. What can you do for me? And Kershaw said, all right, let's do it. And of course, if you remember right, the Kershaw Blur, this is a US made knife. This is not a Chinese made cheapy model. These are made in Oregon, in the United States. So they had to reach a price point with it. So what did we get? And so this particular blur, if you remember this one from forever ago, this is the cheapest blur that was ever offered by Kershaw. And in fact, if you look right here, the model, this one is in 420 HC steel. So as far as I am aware, this is the cheapest blade steel that you can find on any Kershaw blur still to this date, you know, because the basic Kershaw blurs, a lot of them have like that 14C steel, the Sandvik steel, whereas this one has that 420 HC that I'm supposing Kershaw was able to bring in at just the right price, because back in what, 2014 or something, when these things came out, these were about like 25 bucks on Amazon, believe it or not. And they got that cheap because Amazon had that purchasing power. They were able to buy enough of them, get their own run made. And again, this particular variant of the Kershaw Blur has not been seen since. And so this could be the similar case with this red iridium right here. We may not see this exact coloration produced again because, of course, this was ordered by Amazon for sale on their site. And even their regular colored iridiums are full price versus 48 bucks, which in 2025 is a pretty good deal for the Kershaw Iridium. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop one below. Hope you enjoyed watching. But again, I hope you already paused this video and went and bought it, because they're going to be out of stock pretty soon if my predictions are correct. And again, I get nothing out of this. I'm just sharing a good knife deal. I like buying knives. Hope you do too. Have a nice day out there. See ya.